In December 2025, the United States Department of Justice sued the world's largest toolmaker for allegedly hiding safety defects from the public for years. The product in question, a DeWalt miter saw with a plastic rear guard that shattered during use, had generated hundreds of injury reports before the company said a word. The recall covered 1.36 million units. But here's what the lawsuit does not tell you. Do you know which pro-grade power tool was exposed as an identical copy of a budget model with the same transmission, the same motor, the same part numbers, sold at triple the price in a different color housing? Do you know which conglomerate sold the same defective sledgehammer under 3 different brand names for nearly a decade before anyone noticed? And do you know how much it actually costs to manufacture the $125 battery you are buying, and why 3 corporations have spent billions making sure you can never use a competitor's? We cross-referenced recall records, teardown data, and corporate filings to expose the engineering behind the biggest LIE in your toolbox and to show you the brands they do not want you to find. Walk into any Home Depot or Lowe's and count the brands on the shelf. DeWalt, Craftsman, Black Decker, Milwaukee, Ryobi, Ridgid, Hart, Flex, Skill. It looks like a competitive marketplace. Dozens of logos, dozens of color schemes, dozens of price points designed to make you believe you are choosing between rival companies fighting for your dollar. You are not. 3 conglomerates, Stanley Black Decker, Tektronix Industries, and Chervon Group, own virtually every one of those names. Stanley Black Decker, a $15 billion corporation out of Connecticut, owns DeWalt, Craftsman, Black Decker, Porter Cable, Bostitch, Irwin, and Lennox. Tektronix Industries, a Hong Kong-based conglomerate pulling in $14.6 billion a year, owns Milwaukee and controls licensing for Ryobi and Ridgid cordless tools. Chervon Group, headquartered in Nanjing, China, owns Ego, Flex, and Skill, and quietly manufactures Cobalt cordless tools for Lowe's. Combined, these 3 entities control an estimated 60 to 70% of the North American power tool market. Add Bosch, and the top 4 account for roughly 80%. Fortune Business Insights puts global concentration at 78%, held by the top players. The showroom floor is a stage set. The competition is theater. And the pro-grade label separating a $200 DeWalt from a $79 Black Decker is, in documented cases, nothing more than a different color of plastic. But the ownership structure is only half the problem. The real damage starts when you look inside the tools themselves. In 1992, a Black Decker executive named Michael Hams made a decision that still costs you money today. He studied how Honda created Acura, take the same engineering, wrap it in a premium brand, charge more, and applied the strategy to power tools. Black Decker took its existing professional and Kodiak tool lines, changed the housing color to yellow, stamped DeWalt on the side, and rolled them into stores at professional prices. This is not speculation. A verified teardown comparing the DeWalt DW974 and the Black Decker BD2872, both 12-volt cordless drills made by the same parent company, found identical part numbers on the transmission, motor, pinion gear, brush pair, switch kit, and keyless chuck. Transmission number 7995-05. Motor number 3931111-05. Switch number 285348-00. Chuck number 330075-58. The DeWalt was a Black Decker in a yellow shell with an expanded warranty card in the box. Modern tools have diverged more. Milwaukee Fuel uses proprietary brushless motors, metal gear cases, and electronic intelligence systems that genuinely outperform Ryobi's plastic gears and nylon housings. But the price gap still dwarfs the cost gap. Stanley Black Decker operates at roughly a 30% gross margin, meaning a $200 tool costs about $140 to manufacture. The difference between a metal gear case and a plastic one is a few dollars at the component level, not the $100 premium you pay at the register. And here is where it shifts from overpricing to something worse. In December 2025, the United States Department of Justice sued Stanley Black Decker, the world's largest toolmaker, for allegedly concealing safety defects for years. The Department of Justice alleges that Stanley Black Decker received reports of DeWalt utility bars breaking and causing injuries soon after production began in late 2015. The company did not notify the Consumer Product Safety Commission until May 2019. That is 3.5 years of silence, while a defective tool stayed on shelves. For DeWalt miter saws, Stanley Black Decker allegedly received hundreds of reports of rear guards shattering from 2019 to 2022, with laceration injuries documented. The company did not report until June 2022. The miter saw recall ultimately covered 1.36 million units. The plastic rear guard that shattered during use was replaced with a metal guard, which raises the question every buyer should be asking: why was cost-saving plastic specified in the first place? But the miter saw recall is not the most revealing one. In April 2023, Stanley Black Decker recalled 2.2 million sledgehammers because the heads could detach during use. The defect was not brand-specific. The identical hammer was sold under 3 different brand names: DeWalt, Stanley, and Craftsman for nearly a decade. 3 brands, 3 price points, 1 factory, 1 defect. That single recall is the entire conglomerate business model compressed into a product you can hold in your hand. TTI is not immune. In 2025, Ryobi recalled 780,000 pressure washers after 135 reports of overheating and 41 explosions, including fractures to fingers, hands, faces, and eyes. Chervon recalled 63,000 skill batteries after 100 thermal incidents and 8 burn injuries. The CPSC has logged over 93 power tool recalls since 2001 and at least 64 lithium-ion battery recalls since 2006. The tools are getting cheaper inside. The consequences are getting more expensive outside. And that leads to the part of this system that costs you more than any single tool ever will. The battery. A typical 5 amp-hour 20-volt battery pack contains 10 lithium-ion cells. At current global cell pricing, the raw materials cost roughly $10 to $15. Add the battery management system, the plastic housing, the connectors, and the assembly, and the total manufacturing cost lands between $25 and $54. DeWalt charges $125 for a single pack. Milwaukee charges $99 to $129. Milwaukee's forged 12 amp-hour battery commands $279. Third-party equivalents sell on Amazon for $25 to $50. The estimated gross margin on branded batteries is 42%, nearly double the margin on the tools themselves. This is not accidental, it is the business model. Tools are sold at or near cost in combo kits to lock you into a proprietary battery platform. DeWalt's 20-volt system spans over 300 tools. Milwaukee M18 covers 250. Ryobi 1 Plus boasts 300. Once you own 8 to 12 tools and a set of batteries, you face $2,500 to $10,000 in switching costs. The battery connector is the lock, the ecosystem is the cage. And here is the detail that proves the incompatibility is manufactured. Stanley Black Decker runs 3 separate 20-volt lithium-ion platforms, DeWalt, Craftsman V20, and Black plus Decker, that are deliberately incompatible with each other. The voltage is identical, the chemistry is identical. Users have documented that cutting a small notch with a Dremel tool lets Black plus Decker batteries physically fit and operate in DeWalt tools. The incompatibility is a plastic tab. That is a multi-billion-dollar revenue stream protected by a millimeter of injection-molded polymer. So if the entire industry is designed to lock you in, overcharge you on batteries, and sell you brand theater instead of engineering, does that mean there is nothing worth buying? No. It means you have to know where the real tools are. Makita is the last fully independent major power tool manufacturer publicly traded in Tokyo, answering to no conglomerate. Founded as a motor company in 1915, Makita launched the industry's first lithium-ion cordless system in 2005. Its 18-volt LXT platform spans over 350 tools, the largest single-brand ecosystem in the industry. Prices typically run 5 to 15% below Milwaukee for comparable performance. The trade-off is slower product releases in North America and shrinking dealer support. Hilti operates a model no conglomerate will copy because it kills battery markup. Owned entirely by a family trust in Liechtenstein, Hilti sells direct, no retail stores, no Home Depot shelf space. Its fleet management program lets contractors pay a fixed monthly fee covering tool use, replacement with current models, and all service. Individual tools cost 30 to 50% more up front. Total cost of ownership over 5 years drops below the competition. Hilti invests 7% of revenue in R&D, double the industry average. The limitation is commercial construction only. You will not find Hilti at a hardware store. Festool is the option for anyone who works wood and refuses to compromise. Family-owned in Germany 3 generations deep, a Festool track saw costs $600 to $700 versus DeWalt's $400. Every tool integrates with dedicated dust extraction. The Sustainer storage system is an industry standard. The range is deliberately narrow, finished carpentry, cabinetry, painting, but within that range, nothing from the big 3 comes close. Stanley Black and Decker. Tektronic Industries. Chervon Group. 3 corporations control the tools you buy, the batteries that power them, and the prices you pay for both. They sell you brand loyalty as a substitute for engineering quality. They sell you incompatible battery platforms as a substitute for competition. And when the tools fail, when the guards shatter, when the hammers break, when the batteries overheat, they delay the recalls for years while the stock price holds. Stop buying the color on the housing. Stop buying the logo on the battery. Buy the engineering. Buy the independence. Buy from companies that answer to their tools, not to their shareholders' quarterly earnings call. The brands that still build things right have no reason to hide what is inside them.